Hello,
Hello.
the kids.
Yes, we're back with this.
Northgard.
Uh,
Hagen had eluded us, so Eager left to track him down himself.
I am
He was
recording.
to send for me upon finding him. That's how they speak up in Scandinavia.
Uh,
Yeah, I've been nowhere near, so I know
I know one
because
of
I
my
don't pay attention.
I know one of my colleagues is currently in from a different department. It's currently in Reykjavik, and I haven't been told this. I found out because I got automatic notifications that some of the emails I sent ages ago that weren't really important were deleted, and they were deleted from Reykjavik. So
Oh,
someone is on holiday in Reykjavik and deleting their work email. So yeah.
I hope they read them first. They want me to do trade here, and I want me to do a better trade than people.
Hmm.
So I'm just gonna get through the chat. There we go.
So
Boats.
do you want me to do my connections?
That depends, Ben. Have you got any more true crime?
Well, I've got one more. Do you want me to do it?
Let's get the true crime done out, and
Okay.
then
Um, you know Tupac?
I'm aware of Tupac.
Well, he was shot in the 90s in a gang thing. It's one
That's
of
what I
those.
heard.
It's
Yes.
one of those cases where we don't officially know who did it, but only because nobody's fucking squealing. We basically do know who did it. Um, but they're searching a
Coward.
house. They're searching a house. That was the news. They're searching a house
Oh,
related to that, which sort of surprised me because I would have expected them to just having given up on the whole thing, frankly.
mm.
Because we do kind of know who did it. It's not. It's we know why he was killed. I think it was a feud with Biggie Smalls and his the East Coast West Coast rivalry. Um,
All those posses.
yeah, but they're we are so white. Yeah, they're searching a house.
Well, hopefully they will make some progress.
Yeah, I mean it would be yeah. I'm sort of less fussed about the ones we know the answer to, but it may be an opportunity for justice, and that's the important thing.
It is the important thing.
Would you like me to do my
Justice.
connections?
Yeah, go on then.
That's really all I had to say about Tupac.
I'd assumed you'd have more to say.
No, no, that's really all I've got. But I'm not going to tell you how many are on this list.
Great.
But suffice it to say, it's probably the longest we've ever had.
Oh Christ.
And there will be follow up questions.
Is it longer than the when time I did the Billy Joel one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
There we go. I found a forest. I wanted to find a forest. I found a forest. Proceed.
Chris Tarrant,
Yep.
Mick Jagger, and Damien Hirst.
They are all people who have been lampooned by Boat Selector.
No.
Okay, carry on.
Ian Duncan Smith.
They are all people who have been. Right, go on.
Then what?
I was going to do the same thing.
All right. Um, Craig David.
Okay.
What?
They're all people who have been lampooned.
And Chris Eubank.
Okay. They are all people who have played surprising roles in cameo roles in movies.
No. Good.
Surprisingly good cameo
You
roles
do
in
make
movies.
intelligent guesses, I must say, but no.
Because Chris Eubank did that. I can't remember what the film was, but he did the one about how the bee shouldn't be able to fly, but the bee unaware of his flies anyway, or whatever it is
What, the B movie?
in that film. No, not the bee movie.
That's how that opens.
Yeah, but it's not Chris Eubank saying it
Well,
in his
no,
trademark accent.
okay, well, okay. I didn't know. But, yeah, should you want some more?
Yeah, go on then.
Davina McCall,
Okay.
Anne Widdecombe,
Yep.
Vanessa Feltz.
They've all appeared on Doctor Who.
No. Again, good
Okay.
guess. At least
I
two
know
of
at
them
least some
have.
of them have. Yeah.
Will Young,
Will Old. And will leave right now.
uh,
Thank you very much for.
David Beckham
Hmm?
and Nigella Lawson.
They are all victims of a phone hacking scandal.
No.
Okay, go on.
Cherie Blair,
Hmm?
Judith Chalmers, and John Prescott.
They've all punched someone they shouldn't.
No. Well, who hasn't?
Me, I've never punched someone I shouldn't. They all fucking had it coming to them.
Richard Branson.
Mr. Pickle himself.
um, Gordon Ramsay. Did I say Gordon Ramsay already?
No, you've not said Gordon Ramsay already.
Yeah, Gordon Ramsay and Sting.
They are all people who have been made famous for mistakes that they've done.
No.
Because I know Sting, one of his songs has him accidentally sitting on a piano right at the start,
Yeah.
having a little laugh, and they left it in.
Peter Tatchell.
Who?
Peter Tatchell. He was a Labour he's a gay rights campaigner.
Oh, okay.
Johnny Vaughan and Delia Smith.
They are the unlikely contestants in the upcoming TV show My Home and I, in which people invite randomers into their home for the sole purpose of showing off just how fantastic they are.
No.
Oh, okay. It would have been a good guess if it was right.
Yeah. Guy Ritchie, Princess Anne, Carol Smiley.
Ooh.
Would
No,
you like a
dunno.
clue at this point?
Yeah, go on then.
Okay.
Why am I not solving it fast enough?
Well, it's just occurred to me that there's really rather a lot more to go, and I don't want you to flounder too much because then you'll get angry.
Yes, I'm already pissed off today. Let's not throw more.
So it's these. Okay.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I thought we were all building.
It's these people are listed in the results of a public poll.
Oh, Christ.
So what was the
Are
topic of this
they
poll?
the? It's not sexiest people, is it?
No.
Sexiest Brits.
What, John Prescott?
Look, some people have got some very weird situations, and it would not necessarily have been from this year.
It wasn't from this year.
Okay.
It was from 2003.
Okay. When John Prescott was a younger man, and presumably a better looking one.
I like
I
John
wouldn't.
Prescott. I like old Two Jags.
I've no particular issue with him.
No.
I don't necessarily think that I like him either. He's just a person as far as I'm concerned. And there is not much more to make of that.
So, Sarah Ferguson, Tom Jones, and Paul Burrell.
I don't know. Britain's wealthiest people.
No.
Most recognisable, famous British people.
No. Okay, what I'll do, I'll go through and I'll give you three that I think best exemplify this.
Okay.
Um,
Did I say angriest people?
no.
Okay.
Let me see. So,
I need to find a beach, but I haven't found a fucking beach yet.
Jim Davidson,
Okay.
Chris Evans, and Jade
Okay.
Goody.
Most polarizing people.
You're close.
Most controversial.
It's less divisive. It's less even-sided than that. It falls very much on one side.
Oh, most hated.
I'm going to give it to you. These are the people who are listed on the 100 Worst Britons list.
Ah, interesting.
Now, I said there'd be a number of follow-ups. Would you care to throw out some names you think are in the top 10?
No.
Okay.
That's put a spanner in the works, doesn't it?
You won't even have to guess.
British people, yeah.
Yeah.
Who do British people hate?
They have to be British. They can't be dead.
Hmm. Uh, I wonder who do I hate? That's the real question. Which British people do I hate? Is Nigel on there?
No, I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay.
Neil Hamilton is, but he's not in the top 10. Neil and Christine, in fact.
Oh,
I'll give it to you.
okay. Go on.
Okay.
Who are the top 10?
So number 10, the Queen.
But she's dead.
This was in 2003.
Okay, no, but you when I was naming people,
Okay, yeah, but no. Okay, no. Sorry. What I meant was
I wouldn't. I've never said the Queen. And let's be
no.
fair.
Um, Jerry Halliwell was at number 9.
Really? Oh, I suppose she did. Cause the Spice Girls to split up, didn't she?
Yeah, she had a solo career which was kind of polarizing.
She's married to a Formula One boss now. Not Toto. Christian Horner,
Right.
Red Bull, I think it is.
H
Yeah,
from Steps was at number 8.
yeah, fair enough. No one likes H.
Alex Ferguson was at number 7.
Yeah, blame him for all the football failures.
Gareth Gates at number 6
Yeah, because
for
they
the
don't like.
era of Pop Idol.
Yeah,
Martin Bashir was at number 5.
I can't think who that is off the top of my head.
He was a journalist. He interviewed Michael Jackson and Princess
Oh,
Diana.
okay.
The famous Princess Diana interview was him.
Right, with a hand. No, that was the age one. Never mind.
Um, Jade Goody was at number 4.
Yes, Jade Goody was.
Um, Tony Blair at number 3.
Okay,
Uh,
understandable.
Jordan, i.e. Katie Price,
I was going to say I didn't do anything.
at number 2.
Wasn't me, go.
And at number 1, the worst Britain. Any guesses?
In 2003.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know. I don't know who was even around in 2003, but it'd be worth hating.
Margaret Thatcher.
Oh, of course. Yes. Yes. I, see, I'm thinking already. Still, I'm thinking dead, isn't she? So it doesn't
Yes.
count. But no, you're
Sorry,
right.
I didn't mean to throw you off with that one. But
No. It's a valid thing to say.
yeah.
But yeah, it threw me off a bit.
Now, 100 Worst Britons was inspired by another program which aired on
Hmm.
BBC in 2002. It's complete opposite, the 100 Greatest Britons. And I was of two
Okay.
minds of which to do the connections round on, but I thought worst would be more interesting. Um,
Understandable.
so 100 Greatest Britons. Now there is some crossover.
Oh, I'm sure there is. The Queen's probably on the list.
Yeah, she is.
I'm sure
Um,
Tony Blair's probably on the list.
Thatcher is.
Yeah.
More people
What?
voted. Queen Elizabeth II ranked higher on the worst list than she did on the greatest list. She was 24th greatest, 10th worst.
I wonder if that's because of the Bart Simpson effect, whereby people expected her to do so well that they didn't vote for her.
Henry VIII was 40th greatest Britain.
Oh, so
Which
they don't have to be alive for that one.
no, it's all through time. The Queen Mother was 61st. Queen Mother a better Britain than Tony Blair, who was at 67, and Henry V. Alistair Crowley, the famous Satanist, occultist sort of guy.
Oh,
Um, David Lloyd George is on here. Richard III is at 82nd, narrowly
wow.
beating J.K. Rowling at 83.
I wonder where she'd be now.
I know, right? Um, Richard Branson crops up on this list. Um, Tony Benn is on here, 97. Um, yeah, the first entry, number 100, a woman called Mary Stopes, who was a prominent eugenicist.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, so I'm going to ask you the same question again, and you're not going to like it. Who would you say are the 10 greatest Britons of all time as of 2002?
Oh, oh, Christ. I don't know. I'm sure Churchill's probably on the list.
He is. He's number 1.
Is he? Oh well, I consider that a victory. I've achieved number one.
Okay.
Okay. Elton John.
Elton John, I'm sure, is on the list. He is not in the top 10. There is another musician in the top 10.
You see, I'm trying to think who's a British musician that would be in the top 10 because I would say someone like Freddie Mercury, but he's not
Yes, I
actually.
think you should
Was he,
imagine.
no, well, no. Oh, you're going to say John Lennon.
John
Oh yeah.
Lennon is number 8.
Okay.
John Lennon is
That,
a greater Briton than Horatio Nelson.
like, I was thinking, Freddie Mercury was going to be fine, but he's not actually British, was he? He was from Tanzania or wherever.
Yes, I want to
So
say
it would be
Lebanon.
exempt
I
from
don't
being
know.
on the list.
Yeah.
So it's like that sort of. I was trying to work out who was actually British that I could include
Would you like
on
me
the
to
game.
go through them, or should I give you clues?
Yeah, give me clues.
Okay, so number 10. The description is Lord Protector.
Is it Cromwell?
Yeah,
Was
Oliver
that him?
Cromwell. Yes.
All right.
Number 9, I've already mentioned accidentally. Naval Commander.
Nelson.
Yeah. Number 8 was John Lennon. Number 7, monarch who reigned from 1558 to 1603.
That was Elizabeth I.
Yes. Um,
Oh, you're not impressed? I got the year.
yeah.
I knew the year.
No. Well, yeah. No. Well done.
Oh.
Number 6, mathematician, physicist, astronomer, natural philosopher, and alchemist.
Was it Newton?
It was Newton. Sir Isaac
Died a
Newton.
virgin.
We've been to his house.
When we
We
was
went
that
with that
place?
science thing. Remember, we went to science camp,
Oh,
extreme physics.
yeah. I never got that Photoshop picture thing of the nebula that I did a really
Mine
good
was
job
so
on.
shit. I remember when we did
I
that
was
in that computer lab. I did it and I messed it up, so it was in black and white. And I went to the printer, and there were 2 girls in front of me, and they saw
yeah.
it and went, "God, I'd be embarrassed if that was mine." And I just sort of sheepishly left it and walked away.
I was so proud of mine, and I never ever got a chance to bloody
Oh.
you know.
Um. So number 5, English poet and playwright.
Oh, that's quite a few of them.
Yes, but this is the English poet and playwright.
Oh, Shakespeare then.
Yeah. Number 4. Okay, this is kind of giving it away. Naturalist, the originator of the theory of evolution through natural selection, and author of On the Origin of Species.
Darwin.
Yes. Now into the top 3 now. Well, you know number 1.
Yep.
Number 3 is a very obvious one.
Dickens.
No.
Okay.
No, that's actually a good point. Where is Dickens on this? Dickens, he must be in top 20. He's
What, for
not.
Dickens?
He's not, you know.
Is he on the list? Though?
Charles Dickens is number 41.
Okay.
John Harrison, a clock designer of whom I have never heard, is at number 39.
Well,
Sir Steve,
goes to show you.
Sir Steve Redgrave is apparently a greater Briton than Charles Dickens. So is Henry VIII, a man who, incidentally, Charles Dickens described as a dreadful ruffian, nothing short of a blot of blood and grease upon the pages of English history. He was not very favourable about Henry VIII, but yes.
Oh, why would it be?
So number 3,
Yep.
first wife of Charles III and mother of Prince William and Harry.
Oh, Diana.
It's our Di, yeah. Number
And
2,
die she did.
we've had a train of very descriptive ones. Good fucking luck. Number 2, engineer.
Brunel.
Well done.
Ah, you see? One word, and I knew who it was.
Isambard Kingdom Brunel.
Yeah.
Yes, which is a cracking name, Isambard Kingdom Brunel.
I wanted it for my son, but
What, Isambard?
yeah, I'm joking.
Oh, right.
I didn't actually want my son to be called Isambard or Kingdom or Brunel. I fought tooth and hammer for him to have my last name.
I bet the Queen was happy to see Diana rank so highly above her.
Well, the thing about Diana is I don't understand why everyone's so excitable about her. Just a woman at the end of the day, wasn't she?
She was,
A
but
somewhat posh one.
yeah, she had this way that lent itself very well to that sort of tragic narrative. This very lonely young woman who's very beautiful and very personable, and you know she belonged to the people, and she was in. It's like the Cinderella story in a way, isn't it? You know, this
Oh,
fragile, lovely woman who's kind to the poor people and is trapped in this horrible rich person lifestyle and longs nothing more than to get out. And of course, being cut down in her prime helped as well. Um,
well, yeah, I'm sure.
you know, but
What, by an Amazon Prime ban? That's one hell of a way to go.
no, by the Queen.
Shh, we're not allowed to. Oh no, she's dead now. She can't kill us. She can't get us anymore, Ben.
We don't have to worry. We don't have to fear her. But yeah, that was my connections. I imagine there's quite a bit of a crossover. Ah, he's gone. He's gone, ladies and gentlemen. Oh well. Yeah. Let me. We'll cut this and we'll get back.
Brittany's back, bitches.
Yeah, sorry about that. Jordan's thing went weird.
Yeah. We're expecting a baby sheep as well.
Oh, lovely. Can you name him? Her?
No,
It? They?
it's they them. Ah, speaking of they them, who would you want to get murdered by if you could?
Oh,
Where am I getting attacked from?
good question. Um,
No, I'm losing control. Anyone in the world, alive or dead? Definitely alive.
I don't know. I don't know.
Don't even have to be
Can I
British.
decide
Not
the
like that far.
circumstances as well?
I suppose so.
Okay. I'd like to be murdered by.
Careful, we might arrange it.
Prince
I mean,
William.
okay, okay.
And
Why
I'd
Prince
like
William?
it to be public. I'd like him to lash out at me as I accidentally walk in front of him while he's on a royal tour or something, and he gets so fed up he takes one of his guards' guns and he just shoots me in the back of the head, and that's that. And it has a chain
Nice and quick.
reaction that means he goes to prison. The monarchy try to defend him and cover it up, and that causes a huge backlash. I become a martyr. The monarchy collapses. All is well in the world, and it's all because of me.
And your unfortunately timed death.
Yes.
Well,
What about you?
OJ Simpson.
Right. You'd like to be the one to put him away, would you?
Well, I mean, he got acquitted. Far be it from me to suggest that he's still guilty.
He was found guilty in the civil trial.
But that's not the one that people care about, is it?
No, it's not. A lower burden of proof as well. I think we can say he definitely did it.
I don't think we can say that, Ben.
I
I
mean,
think that's
legally he
at
was
this
found
stage. I
innocent.
think it's liable.
I don't think he gives two shits. I mean,
Well, he's never going to see it. So
DNA was all over the place.
hi, OJ.
I
Loved you in Naked Gun.
I hope you're enjoying golfing. I guess I don't know. I mean, you don't give two shits, do you? I mean, everybody's fucking saying you did it. So
Because he didn't.
probably should confess. Nobody can do anything to you now. You might as well confess and clear all this mess up and just try and show a little humility. But what do
humility. Oh man, I finally got the bits I need to start doing the objective that it wanted me to do. They wanted me to build a lighthouse, and I hadn't actually got the resources that I needed to build the lighthouse. So now I can make commercial trade routes and that means that I can do really well because that's what we want in this game. Where's the money maker thingy? This one. Yeah, no, I'd choose OJ just because I think it'd be funny. Like, of all the people to kill you,
What would be the circumstances?
Don't know.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. I'll be dead.
Right.
I'm not fussy.
Well, okay. So, we talked a little bit about politics in the last video, but we didn't mention that the day we're filming this, which is the 20th of July, is quite an important day in British politics.
Yeah, Thursdays are always important.
You know where that is, Jordan?
Yeah, there's a triple by-election going on.
There's a triple by-election. A number of MPs stood down.
Boris
Tory
included?
MPs, yes. And it's always a good indicator of things to come. Because some of these places are Tory strongholds, and if they go Labour, which all the polls suggest they should, which is what the polls are suggesting for like nationwide, we're going to get a Labour landslide, and Sir Keir Starmer, master of mediocrity, is going to sweep to power and do absolutely sweet fuck all for 10 years. These should go red.
It's hard work, isn't it, being useless?
I just can't imagine trying to be Prime Minister and doing nothing with it. I can't imagine having that opportunity and just not fucking striving to make some sort of impact on people's lives. I just can't. I cannot fathom it.
Oh, I need to build a trade route. What am I making lots of money on?
I think maybe that's the problem with politics. Being Prime Minister has just become like a very high-ranking management role. And that's the only reason why people want it. The pay's good, and you can use it to get like public speaking gigs, after dinner speaking gigs, consultancy gigs, which is a real fucking shame. But yes, what are your hopes for these by-elections?
Oh, I just hope someone pays attention to it for once.
Okay.
And something comes out of it.
But as a Lib Demer, are you not hoping for the canary to sweep the rose and the tree?
I mean, it'd be nice, but I don't want to get my hopes up.
Yeah. Well, my hope is that the Tories get absolutely fucking obliterated, but that Labour don't do as nearly as well as they're predicted to do. I hope the Greens have a little bit of a surge. I don't think they'll win any seats. I highly fucking doubt it, but I hope they really, they do well enough to make an impact and to maybe unsettle the Labour people.
I assume it's tomorrow we'll find out, isn't it, the result?
Tomorrow morning, the result. The polls close at 10 in 1 hour from when we're filming this.
I actually think we might find out when I wake up then. That'd be nice. I always like waking up to the news.
Well, I stayed up for well, I was counting at the 2019 election. I asked the Labour candidate how it was going, which wasn't great. I watched Brexit for a while, and then I watched the Trump election. And
I didn't watch it either. I was duped by the polls in the Brexit one. And I thought, well, there's no point in me staying up for it if it's gonna. I didn't pay much attention to the exit polls, obviously.
Yeah. Well, I didn't watch the US presidential election. I sort of wish I had the last one. I remember. I think I tuned in every now and then. I certainly checked the updates. I saw Biden had won this, Biden had won that. So yeah, but yeah, a big day for British politics, and we'll find out how that goes tomorrow morning. I suspect turnout will be high.
How can it get, really?
A record-breaking 33%.
Oh my god.
um,
Such dizzying heights of attendance at the
yeah.
Worlds. I'm curious how many. To be fair, one stat I am interested in is how many people get turned away because of IDs.
Yes, they've brought in. I don't know whether you're aware of this, viewer, if you're from Nicaragua. But in this country, they've introduced a law that says you have to bring photo ID to vote, which is going to disenfranchise an awful lot of people. Because voter fraud, while it does happen, it's negligible, and you're never really going to stop it in its entirety. And it is just a way to stop people who do not have voter ID. Because not everybody has a passport. You know,
No?
not everybody can find their birth certificate or whatever.
I don't know. It
Or
might
has a
be
driving
certificate.
license. And those people tend to be more vulnerable people who are less inclined to vote Conservative. So fuck the Tories.
Oh,
You still playing the
preferably.
campaign?
Yeah, this is still the same level it was when we started.
Okay,
I need to reach 2,000 commercial influence. So far, I have 321.
right.
I just need to get to 2,000 before the other team do.
How
The other
quickly is
team
that
have not
likely
got
to
any.
build, do you think?
Well, if I had more money, it'd be easier. But sadly, I don't have an awful lot of money. So I've built a longship dock so that I can. I've got two now.
Hmm.
The sole purpose of maybe, just maybe, trying to get some more cash. But it's a bit sluggish. I can sell stuff to the other teams,
Hmm.
but the trouble is, the stuff that I've got, I don't get a massive amount of money for it. So I might as well just. I'm doing all right on the old food front for now. So I'll sell me food. But there's nothing I can really do at this stage that's going to make me more money than what I already have. Although that's just giving me some, which is nice.
So, how many more topics have you got?
Uh, 2/3.
Well, I've got
We're going for about half hour.
two. Do you want to throw one at me?
Yeah, I finished playing Hogwarts Legacy at the weekend.
Oh yeah.
Don't sound too excited.
Well, you know my feelings on that.
I I ended up rather enjoying the game.
Uh huh.
I've written a review for it. It's going to get an 8. Spoiler alert. But I did notice a couple of things about it. And one of them is that I found the room with the Death Day party going on,
Yeah.
which I thought was something that they ought to have included in the films that they didn't. Just a nice world building piece. But I realised there's a feature that we hear about in the Gryffindor common room when Ron and Harry in the books
Mhm.
try and go to find Hermione in the dormitories.
Mhm.
And they go up the stairs, and do you remember what happens to the stairs, Ben?
The stairs turn into a slide.
The stairs turn into a slide, and that happens in the game. You can sort of cheat around it because I had to find something, but the stairs turn into a slide, and I couldn't help but think that that is in a way potentially indicative of how vulnerable J.K. Rowling thinks people can be. An early indicator of her belief that potentially just because someone's a bloke, they might be dangerous.
Yes, men and women's spaces, as he likes to argue. But I should note that the only reason I know that is not because I remember it from the books, but because I've seen an awful lot of Harry Potter fan fiction Tumblr esque posts in which exactly the opposite of this happens, in which
Oh,
a trans student who is not yet out as trans is in, the male dorm, and the stairs won't let them up, or they're able to go into the female dorm, and that's how they know for sure, because the stairs tell them, which is
I bet that's a real kick in the teeth for her, isn't it?
well, I'm sure she's well.
She's laughing up from wherever she is right now.
Oh yeah, she doesn't give two shits, but I don't think the future is going to be too bright for J.K. Rowling, at least not in the long term. I think her legacy, I mean, it's already crumbled. She doesn't really give a shit at the minute. She doesn't think it has. But I
Oh,
think
why would you care?
no, no. I mean, she's not going to care. She's never gonna run out of money. You know,
No.
that's not going to be an issue for her. She doesn't really give a shit. Harry Potter is too big a franchise to really fail. But I have a feeling that the real ramifications will kick in when she's a lot older. Um,
Oh, for sure.
and
For
I think a
sure.
lot of these people are too deep down the whirlpool, as I've heard it's called. Because the deeper down the whirlpool you get, the harder it is to get out. People like
Mhm.
Graham Linehan, they can't turn around and say, you know what, maybe I was wrong on this, because that would be A, incredibly embarrassing for them, and B, you know, there's no way they'd ever be like forgiven in their mind. I think they probably could if they turned around and were like, you know what, I really made a fucking mistake on this. I'm going to work on being a better person. I think they could be rehabilitated and maybe not forgiven, but I think they'd be, you know, I don't think uh, the people on the left are as brutal and unforgiving as people think. I think a lot of them are for fair reason. Um, Not that it's even just the left who are, that's a pretty reductive thing to say. Um,
I think that flies
Liberals.
in the face of what we were saying last video,
What do you
in
mean?
that if when you acknowledge that you're wrong,
Yeah,
you should acknowledge that you're wrong.
yeah.
But I think maybe that's because we're decent people deep down. Maybe not on the surface,
Mm.
but
I
deep down
think
we're at least decent people.
if Graham Linehan came out today and said, you know what, I was wrong, I've done terrible things, I'm going to make an effort to change, I'd still be like, you have contributed to an awful lot of viciousness and nastiness in British society. You need to come to terms with that. And I wouldn't necessarily forgive him, and I think he should do like penance in the form of making it very clear that he's changed his views, why he's changed his views, and making amends. But I would not necessarily be friends with him, but I wouldn't, say, no, fuck you, you did terrible things, you're out of it. But I still think he should be held to account. Not that he ever will apologise, because he's convinced he's right,
Mm,
and at this point, he's lost fucking everything. His wife has left him, his kids don't talk to him, his career's fucked. It's just him
Christ.
on Mumsnet, on Twitter,
Surrounded
saying
by surrounded by mothers.
transphobic things, who ironically are
Where's
not,
where's Dad's net?
particularly pleased with him taking over their little crusade, which is sort of funny when you think about it. He's now become a man invading a woman's space.
Ah well. I wonder if he acknowledges the irony.
No, he doesn't. But he's convinced that
Uh,
trans people took his family away. But it wasn't. I don't think it had
what, like
anything
on
to do.
holiday?
No, he went on an Irish TV show, the Late Late Show, I think, in Ireland, and he was
Hmm.
got very tearful and he said they took my family. But
So now do it in Irish.
yeah. But I think it's because he was just up all night ranting on the internet, and it's not especially pleasant to be around somebody who's like that, who's spending more time with his weird little fucking obsession than anything else.
Oh
Yeah.
Christ. Does that make me a bad person? Because I mean, I do a lot of writing.
Well, yeah, but if your partner was like, I think you should step away for a bit, you know, I don't see as much of you as I did. You've been writing an awful lot. You'd probably go, yeah, all right, I'll step away for a bit. I'm sorry. That's what you would do, isn't it?
Oh, I'd like to think so, but
Yeah, there you go.
I don't
Um,
know. I am but a man. Where's Hellbird? Why are you not fighting this dragon like I told you to? Bloody hell. We're nearly halfway there, Ben. I'm starting to think this will be like an hour-long mission. This one. We're getting close to it. And if it is, there's no point in starting another one this time. You've gone quiet again.
Sorry. What were you saying?
I was saying that I think that we are. going to end up taking an hour on this one,
That's all right.
on this mission.
That's all right. We'll see it through.
Oh yeah,
We'll see it
it's just,
through.
it just means that it won't be worthwhile doing another one or starting another one yet.
That's okay. I finished my series, and that was 10 videos of that. So it's only fair you do your little series as well.
Wow.
I'm looking forward to next week. We'll start on my new thing, which I probably will. I don't know. I'll probably only do a couple of videos or something on that, and then well, we'll see. There's scope. But I am excited.
There's meant to be a diplomacy tab. Oh, I've got good relations with them. Cool. The kobolds love me
Mm.
because I'm trading with them. And if this other team still hasn't broken ground on the task at hand. Hopefully, I don't need an army at any point, or else I'm going to be in big trouble.
So something interesting happened at work yesterday.
Oh yeah.
There was some office gossip, and I
Oh.
was left out of it. And I don't think
You know
that's a
what that means?
personal. No, I was there when it was going on. They just didn't explain it to me. You know.
They're worried you're going to tell.
No, they're not worried I'm going to tell. They made it very clear that, well, my boss said it was girl talk. But it sort of made me. It pissed me off. Because I like gossip, but it strikes me that I look like the sort of person who neither appreciates, understands, or approves of gossip.
No, no one really approves of gossip.
Yes, I do. I like gossip. Harmless little gossip, it's fine, you know. Um, but I like it. But I don't look like the sort of person who does. And I think part of it is because I'm male.
Hmm.
Um, and I think gender norms are bullshit. Why shouldn't I be
Well,
able to
generally
gossip?
they are.
I like a bit of goss. I like a bit of other people's business.
Hot goss.
Yeah.
Silver tea.
Have you got any goss?
No,
Oh.
not much call for gossip. There I am.
Well, I just like a bit
Do you
of.
say that's a beach?
What are we looking
I'd
at?
call that. I'd call that a beach.
Yeah, that's a beach.
I mean, if that counts as a beach, and that counts as a beach,
Yeah, it's
then
a
this should
beach.
count. All right,
And that
fantastic. You know what that means, don't you?
janky video quality.
It means I can build another longship dock, which means I can make more money. Which means I can boost this faster. I'm already halfway there.
Mm.
Whoa, living on a prayer.
Yeah.
See, what would be really clever? Oh, won't let me do that. Ah, what a bitch. Never mind. She's annoyed me now. How very dare she?
Well, your community looks to be growing.
Yeah, I mean, we're not getting any more people, but that's because there's no space for houses. There's no affordable housing. Don't bullshit.
Well, that's a problem. You need to start building some.
No, we just need to stop fucking.
Yeah.
It's not sustainable. This is just meant to be a commercial region.
Well,
We're just trying to be commercial
the people
and
go where the
friendly to
money
our neighbours.
goes.
Oh Jesus! I got an achievement. I had three harbours in one game. I've never had that happen before.
Huh. Hmm.
Oh, that's what I know.
So, do you want to throw out another topic?
Yeah.
You've
I
got
took another
two and a half
screenshot.
left, haven't you?
No, that was sort of two. Those two things that I said.
What two things?
Well, the thing about the Death Day room.
Oh, yeah, right, okay. So you got one and a
I
half.
keep. No, I've got one left.
Right.
So, I keep seeing an article on BBC,
Yeah.
and I saw it again today, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to snip that and have a look at it. And it is why inflation is falling, but prices are still rising.
Yeah.
Now, I know why that is. Do you know why that is, Ben?
I know fuck all about economics.
You don't need to. You just need to understand what those two words mean.
Well, inflation is like a fetish. And
No.
what was it?
Why is inflation falling but prices rising?
Well, inflation is like, I don't know. I'm very ignorant when it comes to these sort of things. I don't
Okay,
know
well,
anything about economics. That's why I'm a left winger. Tee there, I got there first.
okay, you've basically just answered the question as to why we need these fucking articles. Then inflation is the rate at which prices increase,
Okay.
effectively. So just because inflation is falling, we've still got inflation, right?
Yeah.
Which means prices are still rising. They're just rising by less at a time.
Well, that's obvious.
Yeah, I know it's fucking obvious, and yet for some reason there's such a lack of knowledge on the matter that
But that's an
the
issue of
fucking BBC.
semantics rather than definition, isn't it?
No, it's people don't fucking understand what the difference is.
Mm.
They assume that because inflation's falling, prices must be falling as well, but that's not how it works. That's
No.
literally the opposite of how it works.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean now. Yeah.
Yeah, and it bugs me that we have to have. Well, we live in a world where we have to have articles like that.
Yeah. I really need to learn more about economics.
It's probably not worth it.
No, I think it's important. It's just I have a very difficult time wrapping my head around this sort of thing because it just seems like unnecessary rules that are sort of grown out of control.
Well,
That
that's
money is just
money.
imaginary. It's just fucking
It is.
numbers we've all decided it means
It always
something,
was just numbers.
you know.
It's not. It's not like it was. What's that? Oh yeah. Okay. It's not like we back it up with possessions these days, is it?
Hmm.
Individually, it's not like I'm levying the price of my the wages that I get on. I don't know. I can't think of an example that actually fits. But the point is, it's not it's not product based anymore. It's not I own a thing and that is worth something. It's I have this number in my bank account.
Yeah, it's not even like physical really anymore. You know,
No.
paper money's going. It's all
Mm.
digital. I have a
Oh
series
yeah.
of, I have an app and it will show me a series of numbers, and that is how many numbers I have. I cannot buy more than that many numbers.
Fuck's sake! Why are they attacking me? Oh my god! They're gonna kill my merchant. They've killed my merchant. Then he was
Fucking
from Venice.
eat the rich.
No, don't eat the rich. We've got plenty of food. I'm trying to get this level done, and now I've got no one working here. They're attacking me over here as well.
Hmm.
How about them? What have I got here?
Are you
Oh, they just
losing?
killed it. No, I'm not losing. I'm winning by a considerable margin.
Is this a massive setback for you that your merchant is dead?
No, because I've got a few. What will happen is now that we've got some dead people, there's some empty houses,
Oh, fucking A.
and so I can get some new people to come along. And what do you know? This guy's going to become a merchant. What? Just he runs towards there, it filled with enthusiasm, and then he sits around realizing just how pathetic his life has become.
um, so I have one last topic.
Yeah,
Uh,
go on then.
so I had very little to do at work today because it was, it's been a little slow recently, and I was looking through my stuff in my folder, and I saw my first aid certificate, which had been signed by the principal, and I thought, golly, aren't signatures weird?
Yep.
I mean, I can see it meaning something in ye olde days, where anybody could probably write your name, but you needed something to signify this is you. But in an era of like fingerprint scans and shit, it just seems very quaint. I remember being told I needed to learn how to write my signature because it would be very important. My signature is shit.
How How often do you end up using your signature, really?
Next to no time at all. Every now and then I need to sign a document or something. I'll do the first letter of my first name, which is B, and then I'll write old, which is my start of my surname, and then I'll sort of give up and trail off and try and make it look fancy.
Old and then bastard.
Bold for
Bold bastard.
but some people are very flamboyant with our signatures. Our principal has a pretty flamboyant signature. I just think, unless you've seen that signature before, unless you've seen any
It's
signature
meaningless.
before, I'm never gonna. I don't know who the fuck that is. Who signed that?
No,
I
and
haven't got
why?
a clue. It's telling that you have to. You have to list under it. You have the signature, and then you put blah 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 principal printed under it.
Yeah, because they don't know who you are. You're just like,
No,
obviously you're not the principal, so you're not just some bloke.
it's
You're even
it's
less some bloke.
yeah. I'm just a pencil pusher, but it's just formality, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
And I guess it looks nice, but
Bring back stamps,
yeah. I was just thinking that you could have put
like
a
a seal.
yes, a nice seal on that. Not like a
I've got
wax
one
seal, but
somewhere.
like a semi fancy-ish seal, I guess.
I've got one that is it's got an ornate S on it
Hmm.
and some wax to melt onto it and stamp.
Hmm.
I think it's on the shelf next to me, but it's behind some stuff. So I can't grab it right
Here's
now.
a question.
Got it.
What would your Game of Thrones sigil be?
It would be the ejaculating penis.
Right.
What would yours be?
Um.
Sorry, did I take yours?
No, no. I don't know. Um.
Are you disappointed that I came up with one so quickly?
No, I'm a little. I'm disappointed, but not for that reason. Although I don't know why I'm disappointed. I've come to expect that from you. We've got bats in our garden. One just flew past. Um.
Fucking dogs earlier, bats now.
Country ways, Jordan. Country ways. Animals get
Yeah,
everywhere.
well,
Um. I
the way
think.
this is going, I'm going to get a wisdom victory before I get a fucking.
I guess I'd have like I don't know, a tree maybe, or a snake, something like
Oh wow, so imaginative, man.
that. All right.
However, do you come up with these things?
All right. I'd have Bob Geldof um playing a drum set made out of the flayed skin of William Randolph Hearst. How about
There you go, very imaginative. I approve completely. I'll even pay to have it made for you.
that?
I'll um, I'll just raise the taxes in my fictional realm, land, whatever you want to call it. I'm sure my vassals will be very happy with this.
Yes. I don't think they'll swallow that. Uh,
I'll swallow a lot of things.
I'll look forward to them kicking the door down and dragging you out into the street and fucking lynching you.
Oh, they wouldn't lynch me.
Yeah.
I might like it.
Can't afford rope.
Oh, they've got plenty of rope. We are so close to finish, Ben. We are 100 away from victory. 99, 98, 94, 93, 91, 90, 88. Let's see, it's going up and down at the same time. I wonder if we'll finish before the gates of Helheim decide that they're going to try and kill us. Oh, I found giants.
Can you?
Oh, if only it was worthwhile trading with giants.
You can't like recruit them or something.
Oh, and you can if you know what you're doing, but it's too late now. All right. No, I'm not going to make it in time. I don't think. I'm not going to have successfully traded with them for long enough. But look, look. Almost there. Oh, there's boats coming. No, I've got to deal with the boatman.
Your scout died.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't need him anymore.
Yeah.
Don't really need this guy either, but or him. Oh no, I picked the wrong one. Fine, we've won anyway. Hooray!
Yay.
We have done trade. We've built our own EU
Well, long may it last.
for 50 odd years.
Yeah.
I believe that we've been going for just shy of an hour.
You're not going to do another one, are you?
No, there's no point me starting another one. It'll take another hour.
All right, okay.
I'm more than happy to stick to one if it's an hour long.
Well, so be it then. It sort of works because we've both run out of topics.
There's a natural stopping point here, and it's nice to end with a victory screen. And that is what we have achieved. So congratulations to me. Ben obviously did fuck all.
Yay.
If anything, he distracted me.
How dare you? I beat the league in the last one. I am the king of Hoenn. My reign of terror will last 10,000 years.
Why did I get an achievement for finishing that level when I completed that level and that level and that level?
A
And all of these
1,000-year
fucking levels.
Pokey-Reich.
I completed this level where you have to seal one gate of Muspel each year.
Golly.
Yeah.
Polls
Anyway.
close in 30 minutes.
All right, calm down. Start calling you David Dimbleby. Does he still do it?
I think it was Hugh.
No, I think David Dimbleby does it as well.
BBC election coverage. (2019). Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
I propose that we stop recording.